So, as I mentioned in my previous video, today I'm going to do a video talking about the pull into the sofa of distractions and how life now is just so sort of numbing. You know, we can basically live our lives now by working at home, ordering food to come to home, anything we need, and have to pop out, order it from Amazon. And not really have any sort of social interactions with life, and how I feel that's so important. But I do want to end the video on a positive note on basically how I think we can fight this and how we can create a more social world going forward. But the modern world is hard. Our social interactions are so limited now. You know, you see it even when you go down to your shop, it's a self-service checkout. We work from home, we order our food online, we buy on Amazon. You know, if you do want to try and change that, you know, if you're going to go into town, you've got to find somewhere to park, you've got to pay for it. Majority of the time when you actually go to a shop and find the item that you want, it's more expensive. You know, this is the thing, you can't fight modern technology, and I think this is what a lot of people want to do. You know, they moan about the modern society, they moan about us all being glued to our phones, no social interactions, but it's here to stay. You can't fight it. It's like when Uber came along and completely transformed taxis. Now, there was a lot of backlash, there was a lot of people trying to push Uber away. You know, black cabbies, Jesus Christ, that test that black cabbies have to do, the knowledge where they have to learn and do an exam on every single street in London, that is hardcore, and they should get good money for doing that job after doing it. But the fact of the matter is, when SatNav comes along, when Google Maps comes along, any idiot can sit in a car, whack Google Maps on and do taxiing in London. You can't fight that. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to move with the times. Now, it's no secret that I think modern society is suffering greatly from the lack of social interactions. We are incredibly social beings. We have evolved. Our history of evolution, the majority of it, the large sort of 300,000 years of evolving, was in hunter-gatherer groups, little tribes that would hunt together, that would do teamwork together, that would get around the campfire at the end of the evening and talk, and incredibly social interactions. It's only like the last sort of 2,000 years with proper civilization, and the last sort of 20 years where we've had this massive change with the internet of how we communicate with people. Our brains are still evolved with this hunter-gatherer mentality. We're social beings. We have to have socializing. But we live in a society where we have so many distractions now that just want to pull us to the sofa. You know, you can even have 3 different distractions at any one time. If you've got Netflix on the TV, you're flicking through your phone, you're vaping, you're constantly just being drawn into the sofa. And usually when you're flicking through your phone, it's just stuff, just enough, just mildly entertaining enough to just keep you on the sofa and stop you from doing the things that you need to do. You know, back in the 90s, you'd sit on the sofa, you got 4 channels, probably a load of crap on. You know, you had to go out and do something, didn't you? You'd have to go and, oh, that's my van switching off. You had to force yourself to go out and do stuff, but we've just got so many distractions now to just keep us into the sofa. So many addictions in a way. You know, one of these big points is the collapse of our high street, how our high streets now basically just addiction centres, aren't they? With vape shops, with off licenses, with betting shops, fast food, all the distractions to just distract us from the mediocrity of life. And you know, unfortunately, that's why we're seeing so many mental health problems. And what do you do if you go see the doctor about your mental health problems? They just give you another distraction and give you some more drugs, antidepressants. It's sad. We all know this stuff. But as I started the video, I think there's a way to get through this, and I always want to end on a positive note. I think we're all all this stuff is new. All this social media, all this vast internet age is so new. It's going to take time to get used to. But I think the message is being promoted more, that we need more social interactions. And that is getting in the ethos. People know this is not good for us. We know we shouldn't be on our phones all day, arguing online, ordering online, having no social interactions. We know this. We're getting used to this. And we need to fight against it. Like I say, you can't change technology. You can't go back to the 90s. So that's never going to happen. But we can look forward and see, okay, we need more social interactions. We need to push ourselves to do things. Now, I'm lucky. I live in a big town. There's plenty going on. There's so many social groups that you can go and do. if sport is your thing, you know, the local tennis club still exists, the local bowling club, the local pool hall, all these things still exist. You know, even if you don't have much money, there's still plenty of social free sports groups, social meetup, football down the park on a Saturday. These things exist. There's great apps like Meetup, where if sport's not your thing, there's loads of different groups, reading groups, people that meet up at a coffee shop, and there's some great ones in Brighton where they talk about philosophy and politics. You can book a place, you meet up at a coffee shop, you get together, you have a topic of the day, and then you discuss that topic. You know, for all your likes and all your different hobbies and things you enjoy to do, there's a social club to do it. And like I say, I'm lucky I live in a big city where there's lots of this stuff, but if you live in a small town, be the one to create that group. You know, we need to push against this. And I know it's hard for people, social anxiety. You know, I see it in kids now. A lot of my son's friends really suffer from social anxiety, but it's about pushing the message, I think, that social interactions are so important, and there's ways to ease yourself into these things. Like I go to a sauna. There's a great sauna place on Brighton on the seafront, and a sauna is awesome. It's almost like a village hall where you just get together with strangers from different backgrounds and you chat. And you know, maybe if you are a little bit socially anxious, the sauna is actually a good place, because you can just go to the sauna and sit in silence if you want. If you're a little bit scared, you can just go and you can just sit in silence. And then gradually, maybe the next time you go, you might join in one of the conversations that's going on. And, you know, social interactions away from online, well, you just can't beat it. Anyway, folks, I hope this video was interesting for you. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel. And if you have any topics that you'd like me to talk about, I'd love to hear. If you pop them down below, that'd be great. Till next time, take care.